So today we are going to be going over the chord progression for Who Am I by Hillsong, and we'll be doing this in the key of G. And I'm going to basically go over it for beginners very simply, and then I'll at the end of the video I'll add some more intermediate things that you can do within the song, just to kind of have a little fun and kind of spice up your playing. All right, so let's start with the verse and let's break it down. All right, so the song is in the key of G. So key of G, that is G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp or G flat, and G. All right, and it actually starts on the 1 chord, which is the first chord in the G major scale. All right, so it goes like this. Who am I that the highest king would welcome me? Right, so that first part is G major. Just playing a G, B, D on my right hand, and I'm just playing the G major note on the bass, on bass with my left hand. All right. So, who am I that the highest king would so that's E minor, right? So I'm playing E, G, and B on my right, and then on my left hand I'm just playing that E bass note. Would welcome, so on come, so playing the E minor on well, and on come you're playing the D major chord, which is D, F sharp, and A. Would welcome me. I'm sorry, that's the second part of the verse, excuse me. It goes, would welcome me. Alright, it goes back to the G major chord. And I'm just playing a different inversion of G major. And learning these inversions really make it easy for us as musicians to kind of play around with a song and not have to always go to one way of playing that chord. So what I like to do here is, instead of going back here, you can do that, but to make things easier for you, you can go, would welcome me. Right, so it just kind of keeping the chords pretty close together. G major. Right, and that second part of the verse is, I was lost, but he brought me in, oh, his love for me. So this time, instead of going from E minor, D, back to G, it's actually going, oh, his love, E minor, for D major, me, C major. Right? C major chord, C, E, G on my right hand, and then I'm playing a C bass note on my left hand, right? And then it kind of tags that last part. Oh, his love for me. Oh, his love for me. Who the sun sets free is free indeed. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. All right, so let's break down the chorus now. The chorus starts on the G chord, which is the first chord in the major scale of G. Now, you want to play that G chord when it gets to the word sun. Who the sun, right, it lands right on that word. Who the sun sets free is free. So right on free, you're playing a D major chord. So who the sun sets free is free indeed. I'm child of God. Yes, I am. The second part of the chorus is the same. In my Father's house there's a place for me. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. So the same, that last part, I'm a child of God. It actually applies the same chord progression as the last part of the verse, where it says, oh, his love for me. I'm a child of God. Same chord progression right there. Yes, I am. And it goes right back to that G major chord. All right? So let me just break that down one more time very slowly. Who the Son sets free is free indeed. I'm a child of God. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. In my Father's house there's a place for me. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. And that's it. That's the chorus right there. All right? So let's move on to the bridge. The bridge starts on the sixth chord of the G major scale, which is E minor. And in terms of placement, you're going to look for the word chosen. So, I am chosen, not forsaken. I am who you say I am. You are for me, not against me. I am who you say I am. All right, that's a little passing chord there, which I'll go over later. That's going to be part of the intermediate section of this video, okay? So let me just break down that bridge very slowly. And it goes like this. I am chosen, not forsaken. I am who you say I am. You are for me, not against me. I am who you say I am. Alright, so I am chosen, E minor. Forsaken. I am. And here it's just a passing chord. Alright, so you do I am who you say I am. So this is just G major. G major over B on your bass, and then C. And then it goes right back to you are for me, not against me. I am who you say I am. I am chosen, not forsaken. I am who you say I am. And that's the bridge. That's all it is. E minor, D over F sharp, G, G over B, C. And that's it. And then it tags that last part. I am who you say I am. I am who you say I am. Right. E minor, D over F sharp, C. And it goes right back into the chorus. Who the Son sets free is free indeed. I'm a child of God. great. So that is how you play the song Who You Say I Am. That is the beginner's version of that, and just I tried to be as simple as possible. I'm sorry if it was maybe too fast for some people. Please let me know if it's too fast, if I'm just going too quickly. And I want to be able to really break these songs down for you in a way where you understand, because I remember being there. I remember I didn't have a piano teacher. I learned from YouTube. So I want to give back, and hopefully I'm doing it the right way. If I'm not, please let me know. Give me a comment, give me a suggestion, and hopefully I can make these videos better and better as they come along. All right, so this part of the video, I actually want to focus on one or two tricks that I like to do in Christian contemporary music to basically liven it up. These one or two tricks kind of do that. They do come from a gospel background, which I love. I love gospel music. And so you're going to hear some gospel changes, and hopefully somebody out there would be able to grab it and implement it into their playing. All right. So one of the things that I like to do is whenever I'm going to the E minor chord, right, which is the 6th chord, I like to do a passing chord. And what I like to do is I like to do that flat 6th chord, right? So if this is the 6th note in the major G scale, I like to play the half step down. I like to go half step down and play the diminished chord, right? So let me give you an example of that. So who the sun sets free is free indeed. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. Did you hear it there? So it's right after I play that D chord in Oh is free indeed, right? So I'm going to slow that down. Who the sun sets free is free indeed. Right there. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. All right, so that chord I'm playing, you can either play it this way, which is the flat, as I said earlier, is the flat 6, or the sharp 5 diminished. All right, whichever way, right? So sharp 5, or it's the flat 6. Sharp 5 diminished. If you want to make the chord fuller, right? And this is getting a little more complicated. If you want to make the chord fuller, what you can do is you can throw the 13th note and throw it on the bottom. Right? So again, this is getting a little bit more complicated, but I just want to give you guys this information. So hopefully this will help it stick, and hopefully you'll be able to use this to play it in other keys, right? Because this can be applied to many other keys. In fact, all keys. You can play this in all keys. So if I'm going to play this sharp 5, right? The 6th note in the key of E flat, right? I'm going to play that very gospel chord, very gospel-esque chord, but I'm going to throw it on the bottom. Right? Who the sun sets free is free indeed. Sometimes I like to throw in that A note there. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. Alright, so that chord that I'm playing is this. C on my bass hand, C on my right hand, E flat or D sharp, F sharp or G flat, and A, right? Who the sun sets free is free indeed. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. Now, one other trick I like to do is this major 2 to the 4, back to the 1, turn around. I'm going to play it for you normal speed, and then I'm going to break it down slower. This is very, like I said, I love gospel music. That's my background. I'm a church organist and church pianist for a very diverse church in Midtown Manhattan, New York City. And so we play a lot of gospel music as well as a lot of Christian contemporary music. So I tend to kind of mix the 2 genres when I'm playing. So I'm going to play it regular speed, and then I'll come back and break it down very slowly, okay? Who the sun sets free is free indeed. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. Right, so that right there is, I'm doing a melody line into the chord. Right. So this is where playing chords on your left hand is really important, right? Because it frees up your right hand to play these melodic runs. So who the sun sets free is free indeed. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. Right? So that, again, I'm going to break it down really slowly. Right? G. And what I'm doing is I'm gracing into that C sharp chord, right? Because if you look at it, I'm playing an A major, which is A, C sharp, E, and I'm just gracing onto that third, the third note in that A major chord, right? So, and then I'm just gracing back down, right? Right? So one more time. Who the sun sets free is free indeed. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. Hey everyone, thank you for watching this video. Like I mentioned before, if you have any comments or suggestions, please put it in the spot below. I want to hear from you. I want to hear if there are any ideas of songs or chord progressions or changes that you might want me to go over. Please put that in the comment area below. Please subscribe, and I look forward to hearing from you and pumping out more of these videos in the future so that we can learn and grow together.